Hello Virgo, this is going to be your general tarot reading for February 2021. So this reading is for you if you're a Virgo rising, Virgo sun, Virgo moon, or even a Virgo Venus. And of course this reading may or may not resonate for you because it's geared towards a collective of people. It's definitely not a personal reading, although sometimes those come out too inadvertently. So don't try to make it fit if it doesn't, and if it does resonate, there may be certain parts of it that resonate more than others. So if you would like to skip straight to the beginning of the reading instead of sitting through this part, there is a timestamp down below in the description box that you can click on, and it will take you straight to the reading along with the names of the decks that I'm using. So this is for Virgo 2021. Happy Valentine's Day if you celebrate it. I'll probably be making Valentine's cookies with my daughter this year. And speaking of Valentine's Day, I think around that time, the 14th or the 15th, I might do a mid-monthly check-in with all the signs. If you might want to keep your eyes out for that. All right, 11 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And that's my dog slurping his water, in case you're curious. Ooh, ouch. That's a weird general outcome there. Okay. I think I'm going to pick a clarifier to start with. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm trying to position the microphone where you can hear me, but you're not catching too much of my breathing. All right, tell me more about the Queen of Cups here. Wow. Okay, one more. Okay, I think I'm going to pick one from here. I need a little bit more specifics about this. Regrets, Winter of the Soul. All right, I'm probably going to pick more, but I'll start from here. So Hopefully the lighting works for you. It's actually nighttime right now, and so I'm not getting any natural light in through the windows. The lighting's a little bit more muted than usual. Hey there. Hopefully you can see these okay. Let me see if I can adjust it. Hang on. Does that work better? Or does that work better? Okay. All right. Sorry, you guys. Your central energy for February 2021 is you seem to be fully in your emotional body. You seem very sensitive, emotional, caring, in touch with how you feel. You might be feeling very deep feelings in February. You might be trying to focus more on self-care, emotional self-care, honoring your own feelings, trusting your intuitions. There might be a prominent woman in your life that you're spending time with. You might be spending time with your mom or with someone who shows motherly qualities to them. With this, it seems to me like the Queen of Cups is facing these two. This is what the Queen of Cups is looking forward to or experiencing. Enchantment and awakening. Almost pretty much every single sign has gotten this awakening card for February. Seems like a big Aquarian type of energy of waking up to something that you were asleep to before. This, I'm seeing that she's experiencing enchantment, beauty, awakening, awakening to beauty, awakening to enchantment. You may feel something very deeply this month that you feel drawn to express to someone else, to yourself, to the world. This could be a creative process that you're awakening to, possibly showing your talents, acting as a good force in the world of enchantment for other people through art that you create, beauty that you create in your surroundings, or even just this is what you want to focus on, this is what you want to feel. So the Queen of Cups is looking away from this card, which is regrets, winter of the soul. And let me look at the image. The images are by Arthur Rackham, the famous illustrator from the early 1900s, and they're so intricate. Sometimes it takes a moment to take in the image or see what's happening. It may be for some odd reason that you have a moment of regret because you wish that you had shown something, how deeply it touched you. This could be a person who has deeply touched you on an emotional level, inspired you, inspired feelings in you of enchantment. You may have soaked it up or soaked it in or enjoyed it or felt it, but you may not have expressed just how much it did touch you or what it means to you. You may regret not showing your appreciation outwardly towards something. It could be that you're looking forward to the spring. You know, it does say winter of the soul. Things might feel really cold, isolating, not much is going on right now. You're faced with your emotions. You're having to go within yourself. You may, because of this, because you have extra time, or you feel isolated or cold in the winter, in the middle of winter. This is bringing up regrets that you have over the past that you need to let go of, face and let go of, so that you can look towards the future and to the spring and to new creative ventures and experiences coming in. This could also be that you take sadness or regret and you turn it into some kind of art, or you're transmuting it into inspiration of a deeper way of understanding things or having sympathy for others, or there just seems to be a lot of caring up here. Let me look at possibly what regrets you might have that you're processing or turning into something beautiful. Actually, I'm going to use this deck. What do these regrets have to do with that they're healing or releasing? Gossip, words to the unwise. Maybe you said something that you regretted, or you repeated something that was told to you and regretted it. Or you've been listening too much to other people who speak, who gossip about other people or talk about other people or have hidden motives, or almost they enjoy sifting through information or dirt on other people. You're regretting being part of it or falling prey to it. Or maybe you have regrets because you have inadvertently caused gossip to go around about you somehow, or about somebody that you care about. Let me see. Or you realize that possibly because you've been slightly unhappy, this has caused you to speak in ways that you're not proud of, or to listen to things that normally you wouldn't listen to. But it seems as though you're transmuting this, or you are transforming this and healing this regret on this matter into awakening to how you actually want to be or want to surround yourself with. All right, let me find out a little bit more about the enchantment and awakening. Male significator. Okay, is there somebody that you are interested in? Or this could be you. This could either be you or somebody else. You might have an unexpected suitor, or somebody shows up that awakens feelings in you, or you meet someone that awakens feelings in you. You might be in some kind of situation where you have listened to gossip about this person, and now you're kind of regretting it because now it's on your conscience. Do you pretend to have not heard the gossip? Or do you address it? Do you talk about it? You may be realizing that someone is better than you thought, or you want to clear something up with someone. Guardianship, protecting the vulnerable. Maybe you care a great deal about someone and you heard gossip about them and you feel bad because you didn't stand up for them. You didn't say anything, you didn't stand up for them, you didn't. This could even be calling out negative behavior in other people, where you don't sit right with how somebody is behaving, but you maybe didn't do anything about it or call it out when you feel responsible to call it out. It is a responsibility for each of us to call those things out when we see it happening, so we can avoid somebody else getting hurt. Maybe you're in a situation where someone that cares about you heard gossip about you, and for some reason they regret not speaking about it or not protecting you, or not even, maybe there was some kind of knowledge going around that you didn't know about and they remained silent instead of letting you know what was going around. Or you want to protect the good energy here. You don't want any weird energy coming into your life that stirs things up. You want to follow your bliss and protect what is important to you. I feel like you learned a lesson from this where you say, next time I'll say something if something like that happens. At least now I've experienced it and now I know how to behave. Or someone is saying this about you. Someone regrets not standing up for someone here. But I feel like it's healed, or I feel like it's not a thorn in your side. You've learned something from it. Somebody else might have learned something from it. It hasn't destroyed your world at all. If anything, it's made you aware of what truly matters to you or what is really important to you in your life, and you're choosing to focus on those things. Okay? So your challenge is the Ace of Wands. You may want to get started with a new path in your life or take some step in a new direction, but for whatever reasons, it's a challenge this month. Maybe you don't feel quite completely ready to step into this new experience, or you're not sure how to get it going or how to get it started, or you're not sure how to behave with getting something going. Let me get more information on this. Normally this is the go for it card or the just do it card, but it's in your challenged position. So it's like you feel like you can't just go for it or you can't just do it. But keep in mind, this is just a challenge. It's not stopping you. So let's find out what this Ace of Wands has to do with. Pardon me for clearing my throat so much. Outside the box. Everybody has been getting that card for February. It seems like a big energy that's flying around right now. Invitation. Okay, what is stopping you here, or why is this a challenge for you? You're not quite there yet, or you're not quite ready yet, or it's not quite the right time. Okay, let me tell you what I see so far. I might pick more. So, you've been longing to take a step in a new direction, or to start something in motion, or to act on something, or to go for something, to start a new path in your life. This is, the names of the decks are down below, but this is the White Rabbit Oracle 2. It's the second version of this. There's usually a white rabbit in almost every picture. Almost every picture. It seems as though you're being invited, or you want to be invited to get out of the box that you're in. You may have been experiencing something that has become stagnant, or you might have some self-limiting thoughts or beliefs, or you want to get outside of the box. You want to experience something new, which is the Ace of Wands. You may not be ready completely to take that cage off of your head, or somebody is nudging you and trying to invite you outside of your box, which could be a comfort zone in a strange way. You may feel beckoned, or you may feel, yeah, you may be beckoned to experience something completely different, or to take that cage off of your head and really experience life to its fullest, or to think outside of the box, to experience things that are different. But this takes bravery, and it also takes trust in the White Rabbit to be your guide on your journey, or to be there for you. It might be that you're battling with a little bit of fear on how outside of the box this really is, on what you're thinking of taking a risk on or going for. But it's also extremely exciting, and you are looking forward to it. it may just be that you are in the last little dregs of getting through something before you can really experience something completely different. You're still struggling with fear with this, or okay, so with those three, you also got transition. This is why I'm getting the feeling that you may be in a transformative state right now, or you may be transitioning from one state to another. That's why you can't really bust out of your cocoon if you haven't fully formed your butterfly self yet. When the caterpillar goes into the cocoon, it can't leave the cocoon too soon, otherwise it will die and won't survive. It has to be ready. Its body has to be ready. And when its body is ready, then it's able to bust its way out of its cocoon. But it may be that you're in the middle of transforming right now, and so you are not fully, completely ready just yet to jump into this unknown world. Even though you've been invited, or you feel the invitation hang in the air. You feel that something is about to change significantly in the very near future. But for now, you may have to be a little bit patient and wait until you're fully ready. And when you are, you will know. Or to see where this takes you a little bit first before you completely invest in it, or put your trust in it. Or the world that you're about to enter may be still in transition and still be formulating itself for you. Okay? What is helping you is the Tower. Interesting. So it seems like if you don't take yourself outside of the box of your own free will, the universe is going to take you outside of the box. So either way, whether you make an effort or not, it seems like you are going to be outside of the box. It's just, do you want it to be a gentler, more exciting journey? Or do you want it to be a shocking change? It seems as though you can only hang on to this cage for so much longer, and the universe is going to be helping you by ripping it away, whether you're ready or not. Okay, let's see if I can get anything more on the Tower. What does this Tower have to do with? Work, or what you do for a living, or how you're producing money these days, or security for yourself. Something about your work situation is changing dramatically, possibly even shockingly. You may be let go of, or you may be laid off, or I'm so sorry to just be spouting these things off, but even though it's shocking, even though it shakes up your existing structure, it is very much needed. You may have been hanging on to a work situation that is no longer working for you. You're working for it, but it's not working for you. So this could also be that something is changing with your talents, where the way in which you normally follow your talents in order to create abundance for yourself is changing. You may want to go in a completely different direction with a different set of talents that you have, or a different avenue completely. To have things come easily to you finally feels like you've had to fight for everything, or you've had to work your butt off for everything that you have, but you're waiting for the day when things will come more easily to you and you will have more than enough so that you can actually relax and not have to work so hard. And it looks as though that's possible, because this is in what's helping you. So it's almost like, you know, you have your job or your work or the things that you are doing, your normal routine. It may have become stale. You suddenly are thrown outside of your box or something dramatically changes. But even though it's shocking and even though it shakes up your existing structure, it ends up to be for the best for you. It may also be for someone that you may have, someone may have a crush on you at work, or you may be somebody's wish come true, and somehow you know this person from work. Interesting. Your wish is granted. You're finally out of the box and able to experience different things. You may end up finding your dream job right after that almost. Excuse me. Later on, after I do like a series of readings in a row, my voice gets hoarse and I have to clear my throat more than usual. Seems like your wishes are granted about something. I think I'm going to leave that be. Let's move on. So, in your instincts, you realize that you are you're in the very beginning stages of a whole new journey of your life. You may have just gotten out of a years-long karmic cycle of how your world was, and now this has naturally come to a close, and you have a whole new world opening up for you. You might be feeling urges to travel more or to experience different things than before. You have learned certain lessons and completed learning them, and so karmically speaking, with Saturn, you have learned certain karmic lessons. Because you've learned them and because you've become wiser through this, you are now being rewarded with a brand new cycle or a brand new world of a completely different set of lessons. But it's exciting. A new door is opening up and an old door is closing. You're in between the cycles right now. It's a very big moment right now. Things are shifting for sure. It's important for you to be flexible and adaptable to all of this, all of the changes. So let's find out more. Tell me more about the world. Something from the past may be returning to you, possibly, to see if you've learned a lesson, but you will prevail. You have learned the lesson. You're showing Saturn that you have learned the lesson. Might have something to do with a relationship from a long time ago or experiences that you've had in the past, and you feel like you are able to move on now, or that you can have the things that you weren't able to have back then. You have learned discernment. Congratulations. You have fully learned some kind of a karmic lesson that you've been struggling with for decades or learning for a very long time. You have completely learned discernment now. Okay, so let's look at it like this. In past karmic situations, there were some things that spilled. There were some things that weren't perfect. There are some lingering emotions left over from this, possibly, that you have finally closed a door on. Or you have learned lessons from the past, become wiser, and now you no longer fall prey to those lessons anymore or become stuck because of them, because you have victoriously learned completely the art of discernment. And because you have learned the art of discernment, now you are able to be a winner. Now you will go in successful directions. You're not as naive as you used to be, or it's weird to put it that way, but or you're just not as young as you used to be, not as inexperienced as you used to be. You have become experienced. You have become wiser. This is a great tool. You have this now, fully. And because of that, you almost never will become lost from here on out. And you may even win. Okay. In the past, there's the Four of Wands. You may have put a lot of your energy into a new foundation on something, whether it's a business or a way of life or a home or a relationship or a family or a goal that you have had. You have started something and it's official now, or it's definitely has its foundation in place and you are able to add to it. You have manifested what you have wished, or you have a solid beginning here. Let me get more on that. What does this Four of Wands have to do with? Joy. Maybe you have progressed with a relationship where it's become more serious or more committed, or you have started a relationship that has great potential for happiness and for stability. This could also be a joyful new beginning and a solid beginning on some kind of a business or a new form of a job or work or career or even a new home. Whatever this is, it's bringing you a lot of happiness and you're realizing that it's going to stay. Or it's not going anywhere, and you will be able to continue to create it. If you have been working on something with your talents, it looks like you're able to carry it through, or you're able to manifest this, and it's also appreciated by others, whatever it is. You have become aware of exactly what it is that you want. And you see the possibilities to fully bring it into fruition or into being. So with the Four of Wands, you have awareness and joy. This looks great. This looks amazing. This looks like you fully have something now that you are working on, or that brings you a lot of happiness, and you're more aware of what you're able to create now or to sustain. So your best possible outcome is the King of Wands. Could this be a person? If it is, it's Leo energy or a fire sign. This can also just be you standing in your power, or you sitting in your power anyway, with your dragons at bay or held in check. You feel very empowered, very strong, very capable, proud of your abilities, able to be a leader, able to stand up for what you believe in, able to be generous towards others. This is also loyalty, exuberance, creativity. This is your best possible outcome. Let me find out more about the King of Wands there. Tell me more about the King of Wands. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a man, by the way. That's how the court cards were generally used traditionally in the past, but we all have feminine and masculine within, so genders in the images don't always have to be exact. Decision. Oh wow, look at that, you wise. You are deciding to be seen. You are deciding to show your heart. You're deciding to show your desires. You're deciding to show yourself, because look, indecision. The person is wearing a trench coat and is in the rain at a carnival with an umbrella, but look, they're invisible. The person's invisible. It's like you have decided to come out from backstage and actually be in the limelight and be seen. For some of you, you might actually have a secret admirer that you may have not been aware of, that finally decides to come out into the open and be seen by you and tell you how they feel. But you have gone from being invisible and just blending into being in technicolor and being seen and being honored, and also to speak up, to show yourself, to be brave, to go after what you want, to not just always blend in and be in the background. Wow, that's pretty profound. Or someone has gotten your attention or has been trying to get your attention. You may have already had somebody reach out to you. They may be very different if this is a person that has invited you in the past to spend time with them or to get to know them or to do something with them. Someone has been trying to get your attention. Could be this King of Wands. Whether it's a man or a woman, doesn't matter. You perhaps have an inclination to pursue this or to go after it or to take the chance. But something about this person may be very outside of the box and be very different from what you're used to. They're very mysterious. Very mysterious, very different than what you're used to. But it seems like as your best possible outcome, you're able to get more clarity on this and have a better idea of what you want or who this person actually is, or deciding to be seen. Okay. So in the future, you have the Ace of Swords. Could it be that you receive some kind of a message? Whether it's text, an email, a letter, a phone call, an aha moment when clarity comes to you and you can see things more clearly, or you receive a brilliant idea on something, or you feel the need to say something in a situation, or to make a decision about something. This is another ace. A new beginning in action, which you're struggling with a little bit this month. Or a new beginning in your mind. Or with your intentions. So let's find out more. Let's use these. Tell me more about the Ace of Swords. Intemperance, lack of self-control. Okay, find out more. Maybe you tell someone that they've been a little bit out of control, or that there's some things that they need to get a little bit more even-keeled about. Maybe someone communicates with you in an intemperate way. They just can't hold it in any longer. You can't. Reserve. Complete unto oneself. So there is communication. And you have two very different energies here. There is reserve, which is pretty controlled, reserve, in with intemperance. It's like you hold something in and hold something in and hold something in. You are complete unto yourself. You don't necessarily need anybody. You are good. You're good where you're at. You also may be, if someone is showing attentions on you or you're being invited to experience something, you may be a little bit reserved at first because you are pretty good at where you are, and it takes some getting used to jump into a new situation or to go after something or to show yourself. But at the same time, there's intemperance, so maybe you just can't hold it in any longer and you end up losing control of yourself and you blurt something out. Or this could be somebody else. It could be that you're realizing that you've been too reserved, and so you need to show more of yourself. Or it could be that you've been too intemperate and you need to get a little bit more reserved, but I'm getting more the opposite. Someone may see you as being extremely reserved and complete unto yourself where you don't really need them. And someone may end up losing control and telling you exactly what they feel or what they think, or try to get you to talk about something. Or you may need to confront someone and tell them that they have some kind of a problem that they need to get under control, whether it's with drinking or being intemperate with relationships or whatever it happens to be. You may have to let someone know that you see that they need to be a little bit more reserved with what they're doing. Sometimes you just want to blurt it out, whatever it is, and sometimes you just hold it to yourself, or most of the time you hold it to yourself, whatever it is. Come here, Raven. Okay. Someone may shock you. Someone who is normally reserved all of a sudden shocks you with something. It comes out of the blue, or something about it is very different from how you experience them. Kind of reminds me of this. Maybe if this person is normally reserved or hidden or invisible, all of a sudden they're in technicolor and they're in your face and they're telling you something that they've been holding in. It may shock the crap out of you, actually. Or it may force you to have to make some kind of a decision. Or you're deciding to no longer be so reserved and to actually show parts of yourself that normally you don't. I give up on the cat. Okay, so right now you have a lot of hope and positivity in this situation, or in future goals, future plans, and future hopes and wishes. You feel very spiritual, very in tune. You have simplified your life down to the essentials, down to what really matters to you. You choose to have hope and faith in the future. You're feeling really positive right now about things to come. So let's look into that. No, Raven. No, Raven, no. Oops. Uh-oh. Card just fell on the floor. Transmutation, elemental alchemy. Yeah, you're going through a very big transformation right now. This is a beautiful card. Look at that illustration. Transmutation, elemental alchemy. You're awake. It almost looks like she's waking up from a slumber, or she's stretching. Yeah, you are transforming and changing in beautiful ways, and you're starting to have a lot more positive energy. Okay, Raven, that's enough. No, leave me be. No, I'm not going to give you wet food in the middle of a reading, but okay. So, in your surroundings, things have evened out and become a lot more fair. If you have been in some kind of a situation with work or a job that really just has become too mundane, or just you feel like you're always working all the time just to make ends meet, it seems like things are getting better. Okay, that's it. I have to remove the cat. I'll be right back. Okay, here I am. Hopefully the cat will stay away now. He's a sweet little thing. He just is really insistent. He's kind of stubborn. He's a Taurus. Okay. I think we were here. You have gone through some kind of a massive transformation, or you're in the middle of it right now, or a situation has transformed and the old poisons have been transmuted. Now something is renewed. You have faith on something now, or trust with something now. I think we were on here, weren't we? Things have evened out. You have the finances that you need, or you have the help that you need. Things in your surroundings seem a lot more balanced and equal now. Someone may have invested in you, or there's some kind of investment with this. Let's see. Money comes out of nowhere. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles. Could be a tax return or assistance of some kind. Okay, I need to show that one last time. Curiosity, hidden danger. That's strange. You might be choosing to go in on something with someone, whether it's a relationship or some kind of investment or a financial situation. If that's the case, make sure you don't sign any paperwork until after Mercury has gone direct. Or shaking hands on anything. Make sure that you do your research on the people involved, and yeah, you will have what you need. You will have the assistance that you need. You don't have to worry about bad things happening. But also do your research. Make sure you know the people that are involved in this, if there are any. Okay? Or you may strike a compromise with someone, and that may bring out other people's sharp opinions on something, but I would say stick with your guns and trust your own perceptions about a matter more than others at this time. Your hope is that your patience will pay off, and that all of the things that you have done to further along your goals will pay off, that you will reach the destination that you've been seeking with possibly work, money, a new life, a new home, a new job, a new relationship, something that will last. Now this is odd. Okay, your general outcome is the Five of Swords, which is cruelty, narcissism, domination, power and control issues, a negative person, fighting, disagreements, feeling betrayed, feeling like someone doesn't care a whit about you and is perfectly willing to knock you off of a boat if necessary to rise to the top. So I want to know why this is in here. Tell me more about the Five of Swords and what this has to do with. I just have to say it because I got it with your surroundings position. Be careful with being scammed or with someone's intentions not being what you think they are. So be careful. Definitely do your research before you agree to be part of anything. Embody. Okay. Yeah, not allowing yourself to be bullied. Not putting up with situations where you have to deal with any degree of abuse of any kind, whether it's at work or in a relationship or what. This could even be you transmuting pain from the past of being in extremely difficult circumstances where you couldn't completely be yourself, or you felt you couldn't completely be yourself, or someone was not what you thought they were. This has to do with past lifetimes. That's been coming up a lot in February for people too. It may be that because of cruelty or because of dominating personalities, whether it's past lifetimes or in this lifetime, you may have had to mask yourself. In this picture of illusion, it's actually a human being wearing a rabbit mask out of fear, possibly. Rabbit medicine can be confronting fear or working through fears. It can also have to do with fecundity and fertility and sexuality and the moon as well. But in this, I'm seeing that perhaps in either in the past, in this life, or in past lifetimes, you have perhaps had to wear a mask. And you may have put off an illusion, or you may have believed that someone was what you thought they were when actually it was an illusion and they were somebody else underneath a mask. Could be this jerk, resonant jerk right here. That someone was not what you thought, or it was an illusion and they turned out to be a jerk. Or it could be that because of this jerk in past lifetimes or in the past in this lifetime, you have had to hide parts of yourself and follow through with some kind of illusion. But it looks as though you are fully comprehending and deciding to embody yourself fully and be fully yourself and not wear any masks to come out of hiding. This reminds me of this. To come out of hiding, to no longer be invisible or unseen, to be brave, to embody yourself to the fullest with no apologies and without any fear, to truly show yourself for who you are. And also, if this is a person that is in your life or coming into your life, you can truly be yourself with them and they can truly be themselves with you. There doesn't have to be an illusion of having to be invisible or having to wear a mask. So, okay, hopefully that made sense for someone or helped in some way. And I'm going to pick one last little message for this reading and then I'll let you go. If you're interested in getting a private reading with me, my email is in the description box down below. My readings are actually $1 a minute, and so if you choose to get a private reading, you can choose for however long you want your reading to be for, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour, whatever. And I can do readings over the phone. I can also do them private, set them to private for people on YouTube. And if you happen to be in my tiny town and you know me, then you can always call me or message me. So, anything else that you want me to let Virgos know or to have them focus on here? Consider your foundation. You are being asked to look at how committed you are to love. This is reminding me of the Four of Wands. Consider your foundation. Okay, I'm going to pick one more. Take a chance on love. When we start to love, our lives are changed forever. Take a chance on love. Okay. I wish you guys all the best, and I'll see you soon for the dailies, and probably in the middle of February I'll be doing a little check-in on all the signs for a mid-month special thing to do. Okay, take care. Bye.